YouTube sequence, should I be here with a review of the Kamen Rider Ghost DX Grimm and Sanzo and Himiko Ghost Eyecon set. So this is our last three Ghost Eyecons of the Heroic 15. Grimm, Sanzo, Himiko, these two belonging to Necrom, at least at the moment, while this one belongs to Ghost, and you can see their style a little bit differently, and we will get to that momentarily. Included are three Ganbarizing cards we'll take a look at, as well as their functionality in the Mega Ulorder, as well as the Ghost Driver, since they all do different stuff. And yay for finishing the line, basically. This is almost it. So, this was released in February 2016. For about 2,200 yen or so, give or take, depending on where you picked it up. So, pretty reasonably priced for getting three of the gimmick. So, let's go ahead and get this open and take a look. Alright, so before we take a look at the Ghost Eyecons, here are the Ganbarizing cards. Here's Tocone Boost. You can tell it's going to be Himiko because it's all pink. Flip it around and you have beautiful artwork of Himiko Damashi right there. I really love the inclusions of these in all like the Ghost Eyecon related things. Just because the artwork is always really, really nice. So here is Necrom in its base form. Then flip it over and we have Grimm. So the artwork is really neat to look at, and that's my favorite part of these cards being included. So here's Necrom in his base form, yet again, base form. I like how his ability is passion. And you flip it over and you have Sanzo. Right there. So really, really neat. Like I said, I enjoy the fact that these come with them because I don't really have any Ganbarizing cards. I used to have a bunch of Ganbarizing cards and stuff because they used to come with a lot of things when they stopped doing that. And so I kind of never really got any Ganbarizing cards once the game switched over, but now I got quite a few thanks to Ghost's toy line. So that is really nice, and here are the Ghost Eyecons. So real quick, just moving Sanzo out of the way, as you can see by comparing Himiko and Grimm. Grimm and Sanzo have a green base to their little eye panel right there. Yeah, there you go. There's the green. Look at all the green. This one is just ready for St. Patrick's Day. And compared to Ghost's Black and Spectre's Blue. So, all of Necrom's owned Ghost Eyecons, which is just Grimm and Sanzo, have that green to them. And it's nice, I like that. Along with that, Grimm and Sanzo are both cast in clear plastic with a sparkly base. The Candy Toy and Gashapon ones of these do not have the sparkles. It's just straight up clear plastic. So keep that in mind. If the sparkle catches your eye, you do want to get these in the DX format, as well as the shiny stickers up on top. So, these are cast in clear plastic with sparkly bits inside of it, whereas all the other ones are just normal opaque plastic, so, you know, Necrom had to be a little bit different again. He had to make his look fabulous. But, it's a little bit of a baller because, like, all the other ones don't have that to them. It's kind of like Houdini having the power-up form version of the holofoil, whereas all the other 15 all have the normal holofoil on them. So now all the other ones are opaque, and then these ones are the sparkly translucent plastic. So they just can't match. Ghost Eyecons are destined to never match. But here we go. So here's Himiko. Very, very pink. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's nice having a pink Ghost Eyecon. Like I said, it goes great with Newton, not only for the canon reason in the show, but the baby blue and the nice pink color go really nice together. So you have the 10. Yeah, that is a 10. Himiko's face right there, and then the sort of healing prayer symbol for the final attack right there. Here's Grimm, number 14. So you got the green eye right there, 14. There is Grimm's face, and I will get to that in a moment. And then the pen writing as the final attack. We'll switch it back to that since I will need that in a moment. Sanzo, nice clear, very, very clear plastic, much like a Benkei, except in a clear format. 15, he's the last of the bunch. There is Sanzo's face, and like the sun sort of pattern, it's a kind of a wheel on his back in this form. So there is that. So as you notice, Grimm and Sanzo both have basically the same face. It's that same sort of butterfly-esque looking eye symbol that Necrom has, but this one is surrounded by a book, and this one is surrounded by something that resembles the sun. And so these ones are a little bit different in that regard as well. Whereas Ghosts and Specters, I won't write past it, all change their face completely. Necrom doesn't. The face stays the same, but what happens around the face is what changes. So all of Necrom's, which is really only these two, I don't think he's going to get any more, both have the same sort of face to it, but what is around the face is what's different. So again, they had to be special. Necrom's kitties had to be different than all the other kitties. So they got weird names like Apple and Blanket. So yeah, there we go. So there is that. So there is the Ghost Eyecons, there is that, there is this, and everything such like in between. So let's go ahead and start with these in the Ghost Driver, and then we'll move along to the Mega Ulorder. So it's interesting of note that Grimm and Sanzo both use the Bachidamina sound instead of doing like one Spectre, one Ghost. They just all go to Ghost. Now they can't use Necrom's sound in the Ghost Driver because there isn't one. That standby sound that you heard in the Mega Ulorder demo or review is done entirely through the Necrom Ghost Eyecon itself, so there's no way to replicate that sound without putting electronics in these Ghost Eyecons, which, given the fact that they're just normal 15 hero ones, they're not going to do. So there is that. Let's go ahead and bring in our Mega Ulorder. so that is that. We are done with the 15 Heroic Ghost Eyecons. Now, that's not to say we're done with Ghost Eyecons in general. I mean, the Icon Driver G that's coming out does not use the Ghost Eyecons, but we have seen that Spectre and Ghosts upgrades beyond that will be using Ghost Eyecons in some capacity. So we're not done just yet, but our journey through the 15 Heroic Ghost Eyecons is over. We can have a wish, any wish, and right now I think I just really want to wish for dinner, because I'm hungry. So, it's nice to finally be done with these. They go great together as a set. It's fun to stack them. Actually, that's kind of like my favorite thing to do with the Ghost Eyecons, is just make a giant pyramid out of them. It does get a little bit shaky as you get up toward the top, but they do look nice all stacked up together, either in their normal icon modes or in the helmet transformation modes. That's kind of how I prefer to display them. So it's really nice in that regard. As always with these, I'm not a huge fan of the Ghost Eyecons. I think functionally they just don't do as much as some past rider gimmicks do, so as always, I'm not really a huge fan. And I'm not a huge fan of the way Grimm and Sanzo were just so different than the others. That it kind of puts me off a little bit. It makes them feel less of a complete set and more of just a random bunch of things strung together to make a set. Which I guess is what a set is, but I don't know, it's just the way my brain works. Don't make fun of me. Go ahead, it doesn't really matter. But anyway, if you're a fan of any of these forms and really want the DX versions, you can go ahead and pick up the set. It shouldn't be too hard to track down, and by all intents and purposes, it's not really all that expensive either. You're looking about the normal retail price for all these, except you're bundled together in a set. So if you've been collecting, it's a nice way to finish it off. But if you only want Grimm, only want Sanzo, or only want Himiko, you might just want to wait for the King Toy or Gashapon versions. They don't have shiny stickers, they don't have sparkly plastic or anything like that, but that's a little bit easier if you only want one of these. But whatever you want to do works for you, no matter what you end up with. They all work the same. So that about does it for this review. If you like it, go ahead and blast that like button, comment below, and subscribe for more. So as always, thanks for watching, take care, and have a great one. Bye.